Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is stellabeautytarot back at you again with another video. I would like to thank each and every one of you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and donating to my channel. I really do appreciate all the love and all the support. And thank you for those of you who've been booking readings with me. It is truly appreciated, okay? So guys, your girl's Patreon channel is up and running. So if you would like to support your girl, you'll be able to find a link in the description box below. I do post 2 exclusive videos per week, so go check it out if you feel called to. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video is going to be about what are you remembered for. So pile number 1, you're going to be the blue teddy. Pile number 2, you're the yellow teddy. And pile number 3, the purple teddy. So again, pile number 1, blue teddy. Pile number 2, yellow teddy. And pile number 3, purple teddy. So pause this video if you must and meditate on the card or the teddy that you feel most drawn to. You'll be able to find your timestamps in the description box below, and I'll see you guys at your pile. Hi Bawan! Welcome to my channel. This is stellabeautytarot back at you again with another video. So my pile number 1, you picked the blue teddy, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you back. And if you are a newbie, or welcome, thank you so much for tuning in. So the way that I like to do this is I like to smudge the cards first before we get started, so we don't pick up the energy of previous pile or previous readings, okay? So my pile number 1, what are you remembered for? What are you remembered for, my pile number 1? What are you remembered for? What do we have here? We have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Maddest touch. I heard like you're the plug, you're the connect, like you're financially savvy. You're remembered for being financially savvy and financially abundant. You could be a earth sign. Yeah, like you are resourceful with the Ace of Pentacles. A lot of you could be entrepreneurs here. You may have like your 9 to 5, but you also have a side hustle. You definitely have an entrepreneurial mindset, and you're remembered for that with the Ace of Pentacles. You're also remembered for being somebody who has like the ability to create things from scratch, so like the Maddest touch, okay? What are you remembered for, my pile number 1? What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? Ooh, we have the High Priestess. You could be a Cancer here. You're driven. You're highly intuitive. You're remembered for your intuition, for being sharp, on point, for picking up things that most people may miss. Okay, you're remembered for that. You're remembered also for your spirituality. I feel like a lot of you were always ahead of your time. Like you already knew about tarot at a really young age, or you were very intrigued by tarot at a very young age, or the occult knowledge. You were already intrigued by that, but you were also tapped in at a very young age, and you're remembered for that. What are you remembered for? Wow, we have the Strength card. You could be a Leo, Cancer, Cusper. Yeah, you're remembered for your resilience, your endurance, and your stamina, your courage here, your boldness. I feel like you're bold and you make bold statements. I feel like some of you like to wear red lipsticks. Okay, like your lipsticks is always like bright color. Either it's like red or purple, burgundy color. Like you always make a statement. Like you're very attractive here. This is what I'm getting here. You're remembered for your beauty, your aesthetic, Okay, some of you could be, I'm getting like Brazilian. I'm also getting like Colombian, Caribbean, like Haitian, Jamaican. Like there's something distinctive about you. Okay, it's not just your culture. There's something about your look. Like you could be from those countries, but you have a distinctive look. Like maybe some of you could have like you're dark skin, but you have bright eyes. Okay, so that's like something that's not really common. Okay, so I'm getting something like that. You have really nice hair, like your skin is very nice, you're very healthy. I'm getting Somali as well, beautiful hair, or Djiboutian. That's what I'm getting here. Like very, like there's something distinctive about you. And like even people in your community, they remember you for that, because like not everybody in your community has your feature or phenotype, or like your, like something about you that's very unique, that is not really common in your culture. Okay, so what are you remembered for? 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 We have the devil. Ooh, you're remembered for being resilient here, powerful, driven. I'm also getting like seductive with the devil. Like, I feel like you were not invited, my pal number one. People did not like to invite you out to parties, or because I'm getting like I don't know why I keep getting like a dark skinned woman or a man, but like you have like features that people don't normally see on dark skin, because they have like a specific like image of dark skin, what they're supposed to look like, and you don't fit that type. That's what I'm getting here. There's something about you is very alluring with the devil, and you're remembered for that. It's like a specific like feature or something. I'm getting like somebody who has beautiful skin. I'm getting like Sudanese as well, like beautiful skin tone, very like it looks like there's no blemishes, no nothing. Like I feel like you don't even wear that much makeup, if you do wear makeup. And if you're a man here, like your jawline is well defined. I mean, like, yo, you look like some out of this world. Like, that's what I'm getting here with the devil. Okay, it doesn't matter. You could like, you don't have to be dark skin, but I'm just getting the image of a dark skin person. You could be any skin tone, but there's something different about you compared to the people in your community, people from the same background as you. I feel like you were always outcasted, and that is something that people remember you for, like something about your features, your looks, or like something which either like your hair, your eyes, especially the eyes. Okay, I'm getting like somebody has beautiful eye color, and it's just like not something that's typical for people in your culture to have those type of eye color. Okay, what are your, ooh, we have the Wheel of Fortune. You are remembered for being somebody who always wins against the odds. Even the odds, like even if the odds are against you, or something seems like deemed not in your favor, it always works out for you with the Wheel of Fortune. It's like you always had luck, like you have a lucky star. Some of you could be Sagittarius here, Sagittarius, Capricorn cuspers. What are you remembered for? Ooh, we have the Two of Cups. Ooh, the one that got away. You're the one, you're remembered for being the one that got away with the Two of Cups. I feel like you have a lot of exes that are now like looking back at you, and they're seeing you like flourishing. Maybe like when you were younger, you were not like at your full potential, so maybe this person dogged you out or made you feel like you were less than, or they didn't think too much of you, highly of you, and now they're seeing you like you've leveled up, you're in your bag, you're in your power, and now this person wants to come back. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered? Ooh, didn't I say Empress? Your beauty, your looks, I'm telling you, something very exotic, unique about you. You could be a Libra or a Taurus here. Very attractive. I'm getting Kalani, because I think Kalani is a Taurus, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm wrong, just put in the comments, but I think she is. But I'm getting like Kalani like vibes, guys. Okay, like super sexy. This is what I'm getting here. Okay, like yeah, like with the Empress, very creative. I feel like you were always like you felt like out of place in your community. Like people from your culture didn't understand you, and it's not like you were going against your culture, but you have different views. Certain things from your culture you felt like were toxic, and you didn't want to implement those habits or those ways of thinking, and then you decide to go your own way, you are remembered for that. You're remembered for being a pioneer. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for, my pal? Yeah, you see, Virgo, hermit energy. Okay, you were always by yourself, like you know, just like doing your own thing. You were not all up in the mix. You were not all up in the drama. Okay, people may have tried to drag you into their drama, but you were able to separate yourself from the herd. And that's what you're remembered for, like doing your own thing, walking to the beat of your own drums, not being in everybody's face. Or like, I feel like you were never invited though. Like, people did not like to invite you because you were drawing in all the attention because of like how different you were. What are you remembered for? Yeah, we have the Lovers. Okay, now we have Magician energy because we have Gemini and Virgo here. That's Magician energy. Okay, yeah, you're just so unique, so different. You walk to the beat of your own drums. You have your own values. That's what you're remembered for. Doing things that are right for you with the Lovers. Like, you make choices that are more in alignment with your own values and someone else's values. And we have major arcanas. The only minor arcana we have is the Two of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. You have a big energy, strong energy. When you walk into a room, your presence is felt. Even if they try to make you seem like you're insignificant, you have this power. So what are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? We have the Page of Swords for being extremely observant with the Page of Swords, but you're also being remembered as the talk of the town with the Page of Swords, because I feel like a lot of people had their eyes on you, even if you were doing your own thing with the Hermit card, where you were always by yourself, minding your own business, not being up in the mix. People were always curious about you. You were so intriguing, okay? You were something about you that people always wanted to know because you kept to yourself. You were not all up in the mix, so people didn't really know your business like that. They just wanted to know. They would speculate, make up ish about you. We have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, you are remembered for having strong boundaries here with the Queen of Swords. I'm also getting like you're remembered for being a bitch or a-hole with the Queen of Swords because you had strong boundaries. That's the way that they remember you for, but that doesn't mean that's who you were, okay? That's just their perception of you because you had strong boundaries. Like, you did not play that. You told people exactly like what it was. Like, you weren't playing games. You were pretending that you liked somebody. Like, you know, you kept a trail. So what are you remembered for? Yeah, we have the Chariot, Cancer energy again, guys. Driven energy, structure, discipline energy, a go-getter, initiator. We have 3 cardinal signs here because we have Cancer, Libra, and Capricorns. We're just missing Aries, but you're very driven. You have that cardinal energy. Whether you have cardinal signs in your chart or not, you're very driven, okay? 10 of Pentacles. You're remembered for like your abundance. It doesn't have to be financial abundance, but I'm getting like you're extremely resourceful here with the 10 of Pentacles. And you have like, you do have this ability to always make money. Like, if you lose it all today, you're going to get it right back tomorrow. You are remembered for that. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? We have the 4 of Cups. I heard being a goody two shoes with the 4 of Cups. Like you don't really involve yourself in things that you feel like is not in alignment with you. I feel like a lot of people remember you for being somebody who doesn't smoke, who doesn't drink, who doesn't party. You know, you don't do drugs. Like, you know, you're very like clear-minded with the Queen of Swords and the 4 of Cups. Like, you don't really entertain those type of things. Like, you mind your own business. Like, your mind is on your money and the money is on your mind. Okay. What do people remember you for? What are you remembered for? We have the King of Pentacles, guys. I can't make it up. Financial independence, self-sufficient. Like, your independence is something that rubbed a lot of people in your community the wrong way, because maybe they needed each other's support, which is, there's nothing wrong with needing community support, but you weren't reliant on that support. You weren't, especially in your family. I feel like your family members, like the ones that you separated yourself from, are kind of upset with the fact that you're able to survive without like needing their support, needing their help. Like you're not reaching out to them. They don't know what you're up to. They're speculating, they're gossiping, they're stalking you on social media, but they're not getting the information that they need in order to report back to whoever is that person that's like the main person that's like gossiping about you. But your independence and self-sufficiency is something that they remembered you for. What are you remembered for? Yeah, you see, we have the Strength card again. I can't make it up. Your strength, your courage, your endurance, your resilience is what you're remembered for. Because I feel like you've overcame a lot of obstacles and challenges that were actually put in your path in order to hinder you by family members or people that you've considered family. Okay, what are you remembered for? Yeah, you see, we have the 9 of Pentacles and then the 7 of Wands, your independence. Some of them, they remember you as being like bougie with the 9 of Pentacles, having strong boundaries. Also, like I'm getting like with the 9 of Pentacles, you're remembered for having like high standards for yourself. With the 9 of Pentacles, you require a certain level of like respect, like certain behavior you don't tolerate, you don't allow in your space, you don't allow certain people with certain behavior to be around you. You're very strict. That's what you're remembered for with the 7 of Wands. Like your boundaries are like off the chain. Like one little thing and then you cut this person off. Like you don't even give them a second chance to do it again. That's the way that's like, I feel like that's your motto. You're not going to give somebody a second chance to fool you. If they show you once that's who they are, you're going to believe them and you're going to cut them off with the 7 of Wands. And this is what I'm getting here, okay, with the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Wands, and you're remembered for that. So what are you remembered for, my pal? Number 1, what are you remembered for? What do we have here? We have the King of Wands, for being confident, for being assertive, for being driven, a go-getter. Some of them, they may see you as like cocky, but they're just mad because you're confident. So what are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? We have the 4 of Wands. Yeah, stability, harmony. Like there is an energy of peace and harmony around you everywhere you go. Even the people that get to experience you, they know that you bring peace everywhere you go. Like you're not really somebody who brings drama. I feel like it's people that you allow into your world are the one who bring in their drama in your world. And the moment that you cut them off, that you release them with the 7 of Wands, your world is balanced out. It's like they come in with their imbalance and then they try to bring that imbalance in your world. And the moment that you release them, your world is stabilized again, once more. And then they're stuck in their dysfunction by themselves. So what are you remembered for? Justice, a Libra, okay? You fair, integrity. You do what's right, what's just. Somebody does not want me to talk. Ooh, we have the Lovers again. You're definitely the one that got away, my pal number 1. You have somebody who's like still thinks about you, still dreams about you, still like stalks you. Even if you think they don't, I don't know how they found you, but they did. They like this person probably like they're doing like different version of your name to finally find you. Like this is what I'm getting here. Somebody who's like typing in your name in different ways to try to find you. Like this person's obsessed. So what are you remembered for? Yeah, you're remembered for being a great team player with the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, well balanced. Like your reputation definitely precedes you. Like you are who you really say you are. You're not pretending. You're not a gimmick. You're not a fraud. Okay, you are that person. You are the real deal. That's what you're remembered for. And that's why some people, they feel like it's a missed opportunity with you. What are you remembered for? And they have to live with that forever. Ooh, we have the Sun, Leo. We have Leo 3 times because we have the Strength card twice, and now we have the Sun. Your confidence, you're powerful here. You shine brightly, and that's what you're remembered for. What are you remembered for? Yes, now we have the High Priestess again. We have Cancer 3 times as well. So Cancer and a Leo is very significant here. You could be any, you could be those signs or just embody like sun energy, like confidence, flamboyant, powerful. And then highly intuitive, receptive, with the High Priestess being here twice, very driven because we do have the Chariot. So it's like you're fixed but also driven, because we have cardinal and fixed sign, because Leo is a fixed sign and then Cancer is a cardinal sign. So you could be any of those signs. We also have Gemini, so you could be Gemini, Cancer, Cusper, but I feel like you have a really good balance of all the elements in your chart. So you're a well-rounded individual. That's what you're remembered for. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my pal number one. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video, pal number one. Bye. Hi pal two, welcome to my channel. This is stellabeautytarot back at you again with another video. So my pal number two, you picked the yellow teddy, and this is going to be your reading, okay? So if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you back. And if you are a newbie, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. So the way that I like to do this is like to smudge the cards first before we get started, so we don't pick up the energy of previous pal or previous readings, okay? So my pal number two, what are you remembered for? What are you remembered for, my pal number two? What are you remembered for? We have the Magician. You're remembered for being skilled, a master manifester with the Magician. You could be a Gemini or a Virgo. You have the gift of gab. You're remembered for that with the Magician. People have seen you manifest in real life. So maybe you've spoken something into existence and they've seen it being manifested in 3D, like right before their eyes. Okay, people from your past. What are you remembered for, my pal number one? Ooh, sorry, I said pal number one, but pal number two, we have the Queen of Pentacles. You're remembered for your independence, your self-sufficiency. I'm also getting like you're remembered for being, like, I don't know why I'm getting like self-employed with the Queen of Pentacles energy. There's something about you that is memorable, admirable with your, like your, when it comes to your stability, okay? Because I feel like some of you could be working parents, or if you're not a working parent, like you're self-employed, you have a lot of things going on for yourself with the Queen of Pentacles. You've accomplished amazing things in your life, and what I'm getting here is that people remember you for being extremely resilient, being extremely resourceful, because I feel like you had to start from the bottom, from scratch, and you really had to work your way up to the top to where you are right now. What are you remembered for? We have the Death card. Yeah, for being resilient. Yeah, you could be a Scorpio here. Yeah, super resilient with the Death card. Transformative energy, powerful energy, magnetic energy. Like you were able to transmute like whatever you went through. Yet you rose from the ashes like a phoenix. This is what I'm getting here with the Death card, and you're remembered for that, for always transforming, for always improving, for always like leveling up. Every time you would like experience a setback, you came back stronger and better, and that's what you're remembered for. That's what I'm getting here with the Death card. What are you remembered for? We have the Queen of Cups, for your emotional intelligence, for being street smart with the Queen of Cups. I don't know. I heard you got yourself out of a pickle, like a dilemma. That's what I'm getting here with the Queen of Cups. Like you were able to get yourself out of like a dilemma, a drama, or a sticky situation. That's what I'm getting here with the Queen of Cups. Like you were able to overcome some sort of obstacle by being street smart, okay? And people are commending you for that. Like it could have been like a situation awareness, like you were in a position where it was dangerous and you could have like lost your life if you didn't think on your, like if you weren't quick on your feet. This is what I'm getting here What are you remembered for? Ooh, you have the the 10 of Pentacles. Ooh, boss energy, financial stability, abundance. You're creating generational wealth here. I feel like pile number 2, you do not come from money, but money is definitely coming from you. So if you have children with the Queen of Pentacles, because the Queen of Pentacles can represent a working parent, a working mother that's creating like a very peaceful home, peaceful environment for her and her child, and or her children, if she's like a single parent. But if she's married, the same thing, she's creating like a very, very welcoming home for her child. And what I'm getting here is that you've created just that for you and your child, and you're creating generational wealth with the 10 of Pentacles. You are remembered for being somebody who is very far-sighted, that thinks about the future, that plans for the future and execute her plans very well. Okay, you're organized here. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? We have the 10 of Wands, your abilities to shoulder great responsibilities here. Maybe you had to be responsible or independent very young, like you had to take on some of you had to take a parenting role at a very young age, like your parents were depending on you. I think it was like not a really healthy dynamic where like your parents were like depending on you for emotional support and all that good jazz, but I feel like it wasn't really healthy for you. But in a way, it helped you in a way to become more self-sufficient, more independent. I feel like you, like, especially if you're a woman here, you were the first daughter and you probably have a lot of siblings, younger siblings, and then you were the first, so you were the one helping your mother with cooking, cleaning, getting your sisters and brothers ready for bed. These are not things that you're supposed to do as a child. These are things that are like the parents' responsibility. It doesn't matter how many kids you have, it's still your responsibility. And then putting that type of like pressure on a child is a lot. But I feel like this is what made you help you become more resilient. Okay, so what are you remembered for? What are you remembered? Ooh, Ace of Pentacles, for having the maddest touch. I'm telling you, you're a hustler. You are like street smart, book smart, and like financially savvy. Like you're remembered for that. Like I feel like some of you start selling, like you had like your own stand. I'm getting like somebody had like a limited stand, or maybe you used your skill set to make money at school. So let's say for instance, like you were really good at, you know, doing nails. You were already doing nails in high school and you were charging people. Maybe we're not charging a lot, but you were already charging people for them to do for you to do their nails, or to do their makeup, or to do their hair. Like you had this skill set that you were making money off of, even if you were not like, you didn't have like a proper setting, but you had the skills and you had the business mindset behind it. Like you just had to build yourself. So you were always known for being a hustler. Some of you have like, you always had like your little beauty shop in your room, so all your friends or people used to come over to get their makeup done. Maybe you knew how to do waxing at a very young age, so you were already charging people for waxing and stuff like that. This is what I'm getting here, and you're remembered for that. What are you remembered for? We have the Knight of Wands, for being confident, okay, assertive, like daring, with like very courageous. You were bold. You remember for being bold, for taking the lead. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for, my pal? What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for, my pal? We have the 5 of Cups, heartbreak, disappointment. But it's like you're not remembering for being a disappointment, but I feel like people are disappointed in how they treated you. Like some people, when they remember you, they're sad because of like what they did to you, how they treated you. They knew they were not a good person. Yeah, you see? So yeah, this is what I'm getting here. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? Yes. Ooh, we have the King of Pentacles, King and Queen of Pentacles. You have a really good balance of feminine and masculine energy. Like you're remembered for being trustworthy, reliable, dependable, okay, with the Queen and the King of Pentacles. You're extremely dependable here, okay? Like, I really feel like, yeah, like I feel like some of you had to really get it out the mud. It was a difficult childhood or challenging childhood for you. Like I said, talking back, like going back to if you were the first daughter, like having to take care of your siblings. Yeah, like some people, they think that's normal, but that's not normal. That's not a normal way of growing up. Like taking on the responsibility of taking care of your siblings, that's a big no-no. That's not your responsibility to take care of your siblings. Yes, you could help out around, do chores. Okay, that's helping you becoming more self-sufficient, independent. But like for you to having to pick them up from school and, you know, do things that a parent is supposed to do, that's not healthy. And I feel like this is where you had a lot of, like, you had to grow up really fast. Like I feel like a lot of you didn't really have like a nice childhood where you were able to go outside to the park and play with your friends and, you know, just do things that normal kids would do at your age. Like maybe some of you were stuck being a babysitter all the time because like maybe your parents or your mom or your dad wanted to have fun, wanted to go out, and it's like, okay, well, why don't you just pay a babysitter for that? Like, it's not fair to your child for you to do these things. Okay, so this is what I'm getting here. Like there was like imbalance in your childhood where like the role of a child, like you were not being like seen as a child, you were being seen as like an additional partner when you're not. Okay, and I feel like this, like I said, it did help you with resiliency and being strong, but it did like rob you of your childhood. Okay, so what are you remembered for? And I feel like, yeah, 10 of Cups, like you were always like family first, like you always put your family above your own needs. With the 10 of Cups, you were remembered for that. With the 10 of Cups, like you were definitely the rock of your family. But like I said, it robbed you of your childhood. There's certain things that you didn't get to experience as a child because you had to grow up too fast. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? Just one card, please, Spirit. What are you remembered for? Just one. What are you remembered for? Just one card. What are you remembered for? Somebody does not want me to talk. They're like, why are you talking? Why are you spilling the beans? What are you remembered for? Maybe this is like, that could be something with the 5 of Cups where it could be like family members or even your parents kind of like regretting how they didn't allow you to have a childhood. They were like, you know, depending on you emotionally, like especially like your child is not your therapist. Like there's certain things that you shouldn't be discussing with your children where it's like, yo, that's a lot for them to handle. Like they don't need to know all these information. So I feel like somebody could be in the 5 of Cups because of that. We have the 8 of Wands. Yeah, you're daring, you're adventurous. This is what you're remembered for. What are you remembered for? Yeah, Ace of Wands. Yeah, like passionate, like your passion, your zest for life. You're very enthusiastic here, my pal number 2, okay? And I feel like when you were younger, you never had the chance to exercise that to the fullest. Like it was kind of like contained or restricted because of like other responsibilities that were put on you that were not necessarily yours to carry. Which where I was talking about the imbalance. What are you remembered for? Yeah, we have the Queen of Swords for being extremely smart and articulate. With the Queen of Swords, some of you may have graduated with honors. Yeah, we have the 7 of Cups. You had a lot of options and opportunities. Some of you may have missed some sort of opportunity when you were younger because of like all the pressure, family expectations of you, where you had to sacrifice. I feel like you had to sacrifice a lot. You're remembered for that because I feel like you had to overcome burdens that were not necessarily yours to carry, and that was kind of like unfair. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. It was unfair that you had to carry those burdens because it was not yours, and it's like they robbed you of like your innocence, like a part of you that was supposed to be like free when you're a child. Okay, I feel like between the age of 9 to 14, like that time, that gap, like you grew up really fast. Like you didn't really have the time to really go step by step in that time frame. Okay, but Spirit is about to bless you. Yeah, 10 of Wands. I'm telling you, that's what you're remembered for. Shouldering great responsibility, helping out with house chores, like heavy house chores where it's like, it's not really, you know, it's like you're the first daughter and it's like you're being treated as like a mother. It's like, okay, well, you did not give birth to those children. It's not your responsibility. You're meant to just be, you know, have fun. And it's like, okay, cooking, cleaning and stuff like that. Yes, these are like tasks. This is like chores that you need to learn as you get older. But I felt like you had to like know how to do all these things, plus take care of children that are not even yours. Like you had to figure, like, you know, I'm getting like somebody who's holding a baby and you're like 9 years old. Like, what? That's not your job. Like, you're not there to be burping no babies at 9. That's your parents' responsibility. Yes, you could help out. That's what I'm saying. Like, helping out, you know, with certain things and wanting to pitch in, that's okay. But it was like your responsibility. Like, it was put on you. And if something bad were to happen, like, let's say if, like, for God forbid, like your younger sibling fell on the floor, now it's your fault because you weren't watching the child, but you are a child yourself. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, this is what I'm getting here with the 10 of Wands, and you're remembered for that. I feel like family members or even friends, you see, they don't want me to talk because it's the truth. That's why they're spreading all my cards like that, dropping all my cards, because, you know, I'm telling you, somebody's in the 5 of Cups. Somebody's in regret for the way that they treated you. What are you remembered for? We have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, you have the maddest touch. I'm telling you, I feel like instead of like investing in your skill set, in your talent, you were like deviated from expressing yourself in a creative way and making money off of it with the Ace of Pentacles. You could have had somebody in your family, some of you, if it's not your parents, it could be like aunties and uncles that were like, oh, well, pal number 2 is not doing anything on the weekend, so they're gonna just watch my kids while I go and have fun. Or like maybe if you had like irresponsible cousins that had like children, multiple kids at a really young age, and they were so irresponsible with themselves, so they couldn't manage and they would just drop everything on you. I'm getting like an energy like that as well. And you're remembered for like having like strong sense of self. You knew who you were at a really young age. You knew your skills, you knew your strength and your weaknesses, so you're very self-sufficient, independent, and that's something that I feel like kind of rubs some people in your family in the wrong way. We have the 2 of Pentacles, like very talented. That's what you're remembered for. Sorry about that, by pal number 2. So you see, interruptions, they don't want me to tell you, okay? But they know that you had this light in you, you had the strength in you to overcome obstacles. Yeah, we have the 3 of Pentacles. You're a great team player. This is what you're remembered for. I feel like a lot of you did not complain. You just like roll with the punches. You allowed people to like take advantage of you, not because you wanted to, but because you were not in a position to say no, especially if you're like 9, 10, 11, like you can't really exercise your will like that. Like your parents are supposed to be your guardian, your protector, so I feel like your parents were not doing what they were supposed to do to protect you from these people. So what are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? Just one card. We have the 7 of Cups. Yeah, having options, being blessed with opportunities, even if you were like plagued with a lot of responsibilities. With the 10 of Wands coming here twice, you had a lot of opportunities with the 7 of Cups. Like I feel like a lot of you, like I said, you're talented, very resourceful. We have the Ace of Wands, very creative. So I feel like some of you maybe were cheerleaders as well, like in high school, like you were growing into yourself. I'm getting like cheerleaders energy, or like sports. I'm getting like volleyball. Some of you were like into volleyball, like, or if you're a man here, like maybe football, soccer, baseball, okay, basketball, like maybe you had like scholarships and stuff like that. So you're remembered for having opportunities and options. And I feel like that kind of like I said, rub people the wrong way. Ace of Pentacles, I can't make it up, it's here 3 times, guys. I'm telling you, you always had like opportunities. You were always blessed with more than like your fair share, because of like the burdens that you had to take on. even if you were not seeing it like that because you were burdened with all these responsibilities, you were always blessed. And that's one thing that people were jealous of. Like, they secretly envy that about you, that you always like had opportunities and blessings, and spirit was always blessing you with new things. Okay, what are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? Wow, we have the Tower. Unpredictable, resilient, powerful. You always rise from the ashes. Okay, like I just got the, we have the Death card, and now we have Scorpio again with the Tower. Okay, unshakable will here. What are you remembered for? We have the Strength card. Yeah, Leo energy. You're a powerful individual. You're stronger than you know. You're extremely resilient here. That's what you're known for. Your courage. Okay, some of you are late bloomers by force though. It was by force. It wasn't really by design. Like spirit wanted that for you, is because these people did not play their role that they were supposed to play in your life, and they purposely delayed you. But by them delaying you, it's like a compound interest of your blessings. So when your blessings came, they came tenfold. So that's why they saw you as like being so lucky, but it's because those blessings were like just being in limbo. They couldn't be delivered to you because they were around you, causing you to be like in that stressful environment. That's why they see you as a master manifester, because like whenever you really like come to yourself and sit down with yourself and really tapped into your energy, you can manifest things with ease. What are you remembered for? We have the Hangman. Yeah, for being different, for thinking outside the box. Okay, what are you remembered for? We have the Chariot, Cancer energy, for being driven, structured. Okay, yeah, this is what I'm getting here, like super driven, focused. You could be a Leo Cancer cusper here, because this is what we have Chariot and Strength card. You could be any signs. You could also be Scorpio. We have Scorpio here. I don't know any other sign because I can't see all the cards, but we have Gemini and Virgo as well. It could be any of those signs. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my pal number 2. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I hope to see you in my next video, pal number 2. Bye. Hi, pal 3. Welcome to my channel. This is Stella Beauty Tarot by Ketchu again with another video. So my pal number 3, you picked a purple teddy, and this is going to be your reading. Okay, so if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm so happy to have you back. And if you are a newbie, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. So the way that I like to do this is like to smudge the cards first before we get started, so we don't pick up the energy of previous pal or previous readings. Okay, so my pal number 3, what are you remembered for? What are you known for? What are you remembered for, my pal number 3? Ooh, we have the 10 of Wands. Ooh, I mean, like, you're remembered for being a challenge. I heard difficult. Difficult, but not in a sense where you are a difficult person to deal with, you're troublesome, you're a burden. No, it's more in a sense where you were difficult to manipulate, because I'm getting like manipulation energy all over this read. Okay, manipulation. Somebody wanted somebody's pissed because you're difficult to manipulate. You're hard to manipulate. And then you know when you're hard to manipulate, you're always crazy. You're gonna notice that this is like a pattern that they have. The people that like to manipulate people, when they can manipulate you, they're gonna try to control the narrative that people have of you. Like they're gonna label you as crazy, unstable, bipolar, like, you know, all the all those names in the world, just to make you seem like something is wrong with you. Okay. And even if you have like bipolar disorder, and I'm not trying to make fun of anybody who has any mental illness, this person is going to make it seem like you're like a problem, but you're not. Okay. Like you could have bipolar disorder and not be a problem. Like it doesn't mean that because you have a disorder that means you're crazy. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. This is the energy I'm getting with the 10 of Wands. This is what you're remembered for. Like, but it's like a group of people, a specific group of people that remember you as such because they didn't have the opportunity to bully you out of like your spot. What are you remembered for? Yeah, you see the Strength card. I'm telling you, for standing your ground, for being courageous. I feel like you had to remove yourself from a situation, a group of people that were trying to bully you, because I'm getting like heavy bullying energy here. Because those are the people that remember you because you did something to their ego. Okay? You did something to their ego. You made them like something about how you're living right now is like proving to the rest of the world, like whoever was like on the other side, like bystanders, people that were like just on the outside looking in and not really giving their 2 cents of the situation, are looking at these people like, okay, well, if pile number 3 is really crazy like you say they are, why is their life going well and your life is in shambles? Why you guys are stressed out? Why you look like I'm like looking dehydrated. Somebody looking like a hot mess, hair falling out, you know, like stressed out, wrinkles everywhere, where it's like, okay, well, getting wrinkles is part of aging, but if you're prematurely aging, this is not good. Okay, this is what I'm getting here. Yeah, Ace of Cups, like you're remembered for having a high self-esteem. This is what I'm getting here. Like some of them, they feel like you're too much or too bougie. With the 10 of Wands, like you're like you were too much. You're remembered for being too much, extra, or like they can't handle you. But it's like, okay, well, too bad. That's not your problem, my pile number 3. And you should not feel bad if people label you as too much. They're just not your people. Because if somebody wants you to tone it down in order to be around you, is not your person. They're not your people. They're not your friend. They're just not for you. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just like you're not in alignment. Okay. So what are you remembered for? Yeah, we have the Hierophant. Okay. Taurus energy. Yeah, like you're remembered for having high values with the Hierophant, sticking to your values, knowing your worth. Like your values are in alignment with who you really are as a person to your core. You're remembered for that. You're remembered for being wise beyond your years as well, for making wise choices, wise decisions in life, and not being caught up in like sticky or toxic situations. Like you're also remembered for being the type of person that will walk away from certain situations that are not in alignment with who you are, like your mindset, what you want out of life, or any situation that you feel like is not right for you in your heart. Okay, you're remembered for that. Yeah, you're remembered for walking to the beat of your own drums with the Fool card. Taking calculative risk. Some of them, they may feel like it's foolish because they don't have your vision, right? When God gives you a vision, it's only for you. It's not for everybody else, because everybody has their own path in life. Everybody has their own timeline in life. So what is on time for you may not be on time for someone else, because they're not on the same trajectory of your, like when it comes to your life. You see, somebody does not want me to speak. So we have the Fool card. You're known for taking risk, taking calculative risk, and always landing on your feet. So what are you known for? Just one card, please, Spirit. What are you known for? What are you known for, my pal? Number, ooh, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Beating the odds. There's something about like it always works out for you. Like, yeah, like I'm getting shivers, guys. Like it always works out for you. You're known for always like being in alignment. Like spirit is always on time for you. Always on time. Like not a minute later, not a minute sooner, always on time. Like, oh my god, guys, I'm getting shivers. Like, I don't know why I'm getting like emotional, so my eyes are getting teary, but this is what you're known for. Like, I feel like you've experienced a lot of opposition as well, like people coming against you, purposely coming against you to try to stop you, to stall you, or to make you feel like you're like not in alignment, like what you're doing is wrong, and that like they try to make you second guess your spiritual gifts or spiritual, like your spiritual connection to the divine. What are you known for? What are you remembered for? We have the Four of Cups. Yeah, like some of them you remember you as being boring with the Four of Cups, or just like, because I feel like you didn't do drugs. I got that for pile number one as well, like, you know, not doing drugs, alcohol, like, you know, being just like her goody two shoes. And there's nothing wrong with being a goody two shoes, to be honest. Okay, there's nothing wrong with being a goody two shoes. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that, because it's, why would you want to be doing stuff that are not in alignment with you? Okay, if this is what it means to be a goody two shoes, to be in alignment, to not do things that are outside of your like your spirit, your alignment, then so be it. Be a goody two shoes then, because this is what I'm getting here. This is what you're remembered. This is what you're known for. What are you known for, my pal? Yeah, you see, structured and disciplined with the Chariot. Okay, driven. You could be a Cancer, Leo, Cusper. I got that for pile number two as well. So a lot of Cusper energy, a lot of like similar major arcanas coming out for all three piles, but just in different placements, different energies. Okay, but similar cards. But with the Chariot, you're structured, you're in discipline, you're strong will. And I feel like that's something that people were jealous of, especially that group of people that saw you as like a burden or a challenge or difficult, because you knew what you wanted to do at a very young age. You were very disciplined in that area with the Chariot. Okay, you were very driven. Cardinal signs are self-starters, as self-initiators. They're natural born leaders. Okay, so what are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? Just one card, please, Spirit. Ace of Pentacles. You know what? The Ace of Pentacles came out for all three piles, huh? That means the collectives are bosses here. They know how to make money out of nothing. Very resourceful energy. This is what I'm getting here. Very resourceful energy. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles, that's what you're remembered for. We have the Queen of Cups. Street smart. Emotionally intelligent. Yeah, that's why it was kind of hard to pull the wool over your eyes. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? We have the Three of Swords. Ooh, for being a heartbreaker. I feel like it's your boundaries here with the Three of Swords, like not allowing people to get you off of your pedestal that you placed yourself in. And it's not like in a cocky way or like narcissistic way. It's more about self-esteem with the Ace of Cups, because it's like all about yourself, pouring into your own self. And you're remembered for being somebody who doesn't have a problem rejecting people. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? We have the Three of Pentacles. Okay, a great team player. You're extremely collaborative here. You work well with others. Like you're not yeah, like you're like, that's what I'm getting here. A great team player with the Three of Pentacles. What are you remembered for? We have the Moon card. Okay, you're remembered for being mysterious, highly intuitive, highly receptive here, moving in silence. Okay, what are you remembered for? Ooh, we have the Wheel of Fortune again, guys. You're remembered for being balanced, or like winning, always winning against all odds. We have the King of Swords. This is what I'm getting here. Always winning against all odds. That's what you're remembered for. And you're also remembered for being very smart, stoic, not easily swayed. That's like the thing with your mind. Like you're very street smart and book smart. That's what you're remembered for. And that was one thing that I feel like was like irritating these people, and that's why they wanted to label you as crazy, because they couldn't manipulate you or distract you or derail you from your path. So now they wanted to basically control the way other people view you. But action speaks louder than words, okay? And your results speaks for themselves. So what are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? Just one card. What are we have the Fool card again, guys. Okay. Walking to the beat of your own drums, okay? Like trusting the universe. Walking by faith and not by sight. That's what you're remembered for. A lot of people called you a fool or made fun of you or trying to ridicule you for choosing a specific path that is different from theirs. And they didn't understand it. Like I said, this is like your vision and not theirs. So how would they understand something that they don't see? And like, how can they understand it if they were never giving the vision? And this is what I'm getting here with the Fool card. You're remembered for trusting the universe, to trusting your own path, for having this special connection. They know that you have this connection. Even if they don't understand it, something about them, like they know that there's something different, that you have this higher consciousness, even if they don't understand what it is, because of like the way that you live, they could tell. And that's what you're remembered for. What are you remembered for? We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, walking by faith and not by sight. But I'm also getting like being indifferent to people's shenanigans. Like you have a strong spirit here. You don't really allow people to, their opinions of you to affect how you feel about yourself. And that's what you're remembered for. What are you remembered for? What do we have here? We have the Death card. Okay, resilient. Scorpio came out for all three piles as well. Like the Death card came out for all three piles. So you're extremely resilient, magnetic, and powerful. Transformative. That's what you're remembered for. I feel like you were bullied. I can't make it up. I feel like you were bullied at a like in high school, or even by family, like your parents, like your mother. Like you were so different. And you were like, it's not that you were opinionated, like you had opinions and you wanted to impose on them. It's just like your opinions or your views of the world were different and they were not accepted. It was like as if you were like an alien or something, just because you had an opinion that differ from theirs. And it's like, well, we're not supposed to be the same, because that would be plain and boring. So yeah, this is what I'm getting here. What are you known for? What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? Just one card, please. I can't make it up. Strength card again, guys. Resilient, powerful, strong. You have a strong presence, my pal number 3. And that's something that was like irritating these people's demons, because they had to team up on you to take you down, while you were standing by yourself and your angels and your guides standing right behind you. And you were like able to just keep it pushing. That's who was there to help you. That's how spiritually protected you are. And what we have at the bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands, guys. I can't make it up, okay? And that's what you're remembered for having strong boundaries, for standing your ground, for being strong and courageous. Even if like the odds that were against you were not like spiritual odds, it was the people, opposition, people coming in your way, trying to distract you, trying to delay you, try to, you know, break your spirit. That was your like distraction. That was like your odds, okay? But the favor was always in your court. So what are you remembered for? We have the Queen of Swords, okay? We have the King and the Queen of Swords, okay? So you could be an air sign or have air. I don't know, I'm getting like air moon or something like that, but you're very smart, okay? Articulate, that's what you're remembered for. But some of them, they may see you as like a bitch or a-hole because you had strong boundaries here. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? What do we have here? We have the High Priestess, okay? Cancer energy, highly intuitive. You know, Cancer and Leo were like coming in heavy for all 3 piles. So I feel like collectively, either you guys have those signs in your chart or just embody that energy, like High Priestess. A lot of you could be tarot readers as well, watching this, and that could have been like something that maybe your family made fun of, or maybe they were disrespecting you because of this. Okay, this is what I'm getting here, because of like your spiritual knowledge and expertise. They're trying to make you doubt yourself, and I feel like a lot of you were able to pick up on certain things that family members were doing to you. Maybe they were sending you psychic attacks, maybe they were trying to like, you know, do magic on you, and you were able to counteract those attacks because of your spiritual gifts and knowledge. And that's what you're remembered for. What are you remembered for? We have the Magician. Maddest touch. Master manifester. Speaking things into existence. This is definitely occult knowledge. Like the High Priestess and the Magician. This is occult knowledge, okay? Practical knowledge as well, because the Magician is practical, tangible, okay? So what are you remembered for? We have the King of Swords again, Queen of Swords, King of Swords, air, and we do have Gemini here. I don't believe we have Libra, but we have air. It doesn't matter if we don't have like the other air signs, but like the air is here heavy, like with the minor arcanas. We also have water, like heavy on water, fire. So all the elements is here. You're very powerful here, my pal, number 3. And this is what you're remembered for. Your mind, your sharp mind. I feel like that's one thing that they didn't like about you, how sharp and intelligent you were. Like you were able to pick up on patterns, on certain things that they felt like you were going to miss because they thought they were slick. But then you saw right through their games. So what are you remembered for? What do we have here? We have the Two of Pentacles, for being multi-talented here. And that's one thing that they didn't like about you as well, your talents, your skill set. Maybe they only had one talent, or they were able to do one thing very well, but you were multi-talented here, especially with the Magician energy. You could alchemize so many things, okay? So what are you remembered for? Just one more card, please, Spirit. What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? What are you remembered for? We have the Lovers. We have Gemini energy again. You're remembered for making the wisest choices, for aligning your feminine and masculine energy, but you're also remembered for taking love and relationship and yourself, your body, very seriously. Like you're definitely not the type that was like promiscuous, or, you know, like sleeping around. You weren't doing any of that stuff when you were younger, or even at this age. You're remembered for that, for like having high standards for yourself, high moral standards for yourself. Okay, so that's all I have for you, my pal number 3. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video, pal number 3. Bye.